and welcome to the Sports Bar and talkSPORT. I'm Jamie O'Hara. Him over there, Jason Cundy.
Anyone see Middlesbrough? Can you hear me, Middlesbrough? You always talk when they're liver beating Bob Mortimer. Jonathan Woodgate, can you hear me, Woody? You always talk when they're liver beating Jamie Arthur. Tall Trees Nightclub, can you hear me, Tall Trees? You always talk when they're liver beating Sapphire's Nightclub Club. Chris Kamara, Spygate, can you hear me, Spygate? You always talk when they're liver beating Teesside Parmo. The Tees Transporter Bridge, Captain Cook. The Orange Pit Market, the Middlesbrough Parmo, Albert Park, Ninja Warrior Venture Park, Middlesbrough. Can you hear me, Middlesbrough? You always do one hell of a beating.
And Ravanelli, Janino.
Ravanelli, can you hear me, Janino? You always do one hell of a beating. Tony Mowbray, can you hear me, Mogger? You always do one hell of a beating.
Right, we have our Championship player finalists set. Southampton beat Middlesbrough in extra time, put their place in the biggest prize in football. They play Hull in just over a week's time. Drama surrounding Southampton's Spygate, though. Should they even be allowed to play in the final? We're late on, so let's get some reaction straight away. 03 717 22 3344. We've got the latest on what happened in the VAR as well, the disallowed goal for West Ham. James Maddison has come out and talked about the decision from last night as well. All of that, plus we'll build up to a big game tomorrow, which is live on talkSPORT. We can't do the show without you. 03 717 22 3344.
Get a full rundown of all the Championship's biggest teams and Spurs in the Sports Bar. EFL Roundup with Jamie O'Hara on talkSPORT.
Well, good play.
Hello, mate.
Jay, hello, mate.
Hello.
You had a good look at Middlesbrough tonight. Good look. I'm just
Good team.
Just wondering how De Zerbi's going to break them down next season.
Mate, don't worry about us.
No, I'm just wondering.
EFL Roundup with O'Hara hasn't happened yet.
No, I'm just.
We're not there yet.
No, I'm just asking the question. That's all.
It's a good game, though.
I saw you taking notes.
I did, yeah. I had my notepad out, ready to do some spying. Bit of spying for Spurs.
Honestly, what's going on with the old Spygate? What's happening? Is it not a little bit of a like?
I don't know. Look, well, well, you're not allowed to do it anymore, are you? It's not allowed. Bit of Pink Panther.
Can't spy anymore, mate. Not allowed to do spying. Not allowed to watch.
How do you think they're going to feel about that?
Middlesbrough?
Yeah.
I don't. Well, we don't know. Southampton shouldn't care. It's a little bit of a misdemeanor. I mean, just pay the fine, move on, get over yourselves. It's not that big a deal. It's not. It's really not, mate. What can they learn? Maybe a couple of set pieces, maybe penalties. I mean, what can they really learn?
Well, if you watch a whole training session, you got a camcorder out.
Well, they're playing a five-a-side.
You know, the quality of them camcorders now, they're not bad.
Do you know what,
can
right?
pick up some good stats.
How can you get caught? How can you get caught spying? I mean, number one rule, don't get caught. Isn't that rule one?
It is rule one.
Do you know what I heard?
Go on, what did you hear?
I heard he had a change of outfit.
What do you mean?
He changed his outfit. He went back and changed. He had a trench coat on. He had a.
No, he didn't.
He did. He looked like Inspector Clouseau.
I'm not having that.
No, apparently he had a change of outfit, Jay.
Well, they're not going to be happy about it, Middlesbrough, because they've gone out.
Just get over yourselves.
They've gone out.
Look,
so,
it's
there's
done,
going to be a big talking point. Should they be in the final?
Yes, of course they should. Of course they should. Come
Well,
on.
Middlesbrough fans might not be happy about it.
Well, look, I get it. They're bitter. They've been beaten. Let's be brutally honest. Whoever's watching a training session, how much can you learn from one training session? I don't know, mate. Actually, I don't know how much you can actually learn. I mean, you might pick up one or two bits. I mean, what can you learn?
Well, you can learn what team he's going to play. You might do set
How many
pieces.
times have you trained on a Thursday and Friday? And on the Saturday, it's a different team.
I was never in the team.
No, but do you know what I mean? It's like the team can change, the shape can change.
I'm
not convinced it's got anything to do with the result. I think what Middlesbrough fans have to do now is phone up, congratulate Southampton.
What?
And just come on, mate.
Middlesbrough are not going to phone up.
Yes, they will.
Congratulate Southampton.
Yes, they will.
No, they're not. That's not going to happen.
Well, they should do.
They've gone out. They've been dumped out, and plus they've been spied on.
Yeah, but spy.
Southampton are into the final.
Yeah, I don't think that's got any. Today's result and performance has got nothing to do with Spygate. It hasn't. When you get to extra, people are falling down, getting cramp. What's the spy going to report back there? I've seen a couple of people go down with, no, that's not coming back, Jay.
What did you make, just on the game, what did you make of the game?
The best side won over the 90-plus minutes.
Middlesbrough in the first half were really
They were good. They took the lead.
But
after Southampton scored, Middlesbrough, a bit, I don't know. I didn't really lag glove. Neither side did, to be honest. I thought it was quite even. Did not surprise me after we got to about 50 minutes. It went to extra time. I was expecting pens. And then, for some reason, Fry decides not to head it. He was knackered. He'd done his knee. Maybe he couldn't reach it. That's what happens, fatigue in extra time. But it's got nothing to do with Spygate for me.
No? All right. Well, listen, obviously get your calls in. Loads to go at. We'll catch up because we've come on late. So Middlesbrough, Southampton fans, give us a call. Should Southampton be kicked out of the final over Spygate? Or Middlesbrough fans, as Cundy said, you should just come on and congratulate Southampton for a great season. 03 717 22 33 44.
Afternoon, boys.
So, yeah, as we said earlier on to Andy Brasso, it looks like it was moving on a pace, the Jose to Madrid train. So, where are we at?
Yeah, that certainly seems to be the direction of travel. In fact, it's been suggested to me this afternoon that it's virtually agreed now that Real Madrid are going to reunite with Jose Mourinho. Of course, he's in charge of Benfica at the moment. He's had a pretty successful period since returning to Portuguese football, but there is a break clause in his contract at the end of the season that means a club can pay Benfica €3 million. He'll be a free agent, and that will enable him to move on. As I say, I think it will be back to the Bernabeu. I'm fascinated to see how this works out. It's been described to me as Real Madrid's worst season in a number of years. We heard about that dressing room bust-up last week between two of their star players. Obviously, it was a dismal defeat in the Clasico to Barcelona, handing them the title. So there's a lot of work to be done. But it's not the first time that Florentino Perez has gone back to someone that he knows. And I think in Jose Mourinho, they see someone who can come in and assert that dressing room authority that maybe Xavi Alonso struggled with all the egos that they have on their books. And clearly Arbeloa is struggling as well.
Good stuff, Crookie. Thanks very much.
No worries.
There's Alex Crook there, and we'll keep an eye on that story. Andy Brassel was sceptical, I think it's fair to say, earlier on, our European football expert, that was going to work. But the chairman or the president does what the president wants. So we'll see what happens.
Dear Kitman, we see you, we appreciate your work. While some fans reckon it's just hanging up shirts in dressing rooms, we know it's so much more. A football team's kit is its identity, its uniform, what sets it out from the rest. But it doesn't clean itself. That's not just the shirts, it's the shorts, the socks, the training gear, the boots, the other bits we sort out behind closed doors. Who's the one digging around in that smelly, stinky laundry basket at full time? Yeah, it's the Kitman. They have a lot to work on in a week, from laundry, fixing damaged kit, repairing holes, cleaning boots. Then they pack the van and take everything they need off to the stadium, ready for game day. They don't get a lot of help when they get in the ground too. Kitmen are the ones unloading a full squad's worth of boots, kit, medical bags, and all the bits the players and coaches will need between the start of the day and switching off the floodlights at the end of the day. First thing they do is organise each player's kit, make it easily accessible in order to avoid any dramas on match day. Once everything's in the right place, it's into the dressing room, lay everything out, put players' nameplates on the right locker, all the things you don't even think about on a match day. Once the players arrive, if anything needs doing, they call the kitman. In the meantime, it's on the kitman to help set up for the warm-up. The coaches don't always have time to lay out all the cones and put the balls in those weird triangle piles you see. As the warm-up is underway, the kitman then becomes a glorified ball boy, chasing stray shots and passes, making sure they aren't lost in the crowds. They eventually do the tidying up too, getting everything off the pitch before kick-off and assist the ground staff with any last-minute things they may need. After that, it's last call for the players. Then, at kick-off, they can breathe a sigh of relief for a few minutes, sit back and watch the game, enjoy the fruits of their labour. At half-time, check everyone's okay and everything's as it should be, and then wait for full-time. Once the final whistle's gone, it's time to pack everything down, get the stuff that needs to be washed in the laundry, pack up the van, back to the training ground, and ready to do it again next week. Of course, each club differs, and different staff members will have different responsibilities, but we pay tribute to all of those who do it, whether it's the glitz and glamour of the Premier League or a cold Tuesday night in Stoke.
Good evening, you are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. A reminder, we're brand new Sports Bar podcast is available now, featuring all of the best bits from the show. Make sure you check that out. Loads to go at tonight, though. 03717223344. Southampton are into the playoff final. They will play Hull. We've got Spygate, though. They are not happy, Middlesbrough fans. And you, Cundy, what's your take on it? Look,
I understand the frustration, but I think what Middlesbrough fans should do now is just phone up and say, well done, Southampton. They got beaten tonight. It's got nothing to do with Spygate. This is what football fans do. They look to try and blame something else. They can't blame a ref, can't blame VAR. Now they're looking at Spygate. Get over yourselves. Next season, do what Coventry did last season. Take this defeat, late goal, take this, go back and come back stronger. That's what Coventry did. Look what happened to them. That's what they should do, Middlesbrough.
Well, Southampton snuck their way into the Championship player final tonight. Here is how the final stage is sounded right here on talkSPORT.
And Southampton have won. Well, that is the playoff tie for the ages. And whilst the football stops there on 127 minutes, the talking certainly won't. A controversial tie, won over the two legs by 2-1. Hey, Sarah, they're going to Wembley? Maybe. Southampton 2, Middlesbrough 1.
Right, let's go straight to some calls. Go to Liam. He's a Middlesbrough fan. Right, Liam?
Right, Liam.
All right, Cundy.
Hello, matey.
Liam, you're at the game. How you feeling?
A bit aggrieved, but yeah, we move. I've got a question for you, though.
Go on.
You saying, what can they learn from one training session? Just one or two things, yeah?
What are you talking about? Spygate here?
Yeah, Spygate.
Right.
So you said if they can only pick up one or two things, so if my girlfriend goes out at the weekend and kisses one or two men, it's okay, it's not cheating.
Has she done that recently? Is that what she's done?
No, but you're saying that that's okay, what they've done.
No, but has she hold on a second. Has she kissed one or two blokes?
No, but I'm saying, you said,
right,
if they've watched our training session and only picked up one or two things that we do,
right.
Is that acceptable for my girlfriend to then go and do that?
Well, I'm going to be, what's his name? I'm going to be brutally honest with you, Liam. No, it's totally unacceptable, matey. And I'd dump her. No, I dump her. Well, the problem is you can't dump Southampton. You're not going out with Southampton, are you?
Yeah, but there's no difference, is it? Cheating.
Hold on. You trying to... Let me get this straight. Hold on. Liam, let me try and get this straight. Are you trying to compare your girlfriend going out on a couple of nights and then having a snog with a couple of blokes with what Southampton have done? Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to say they're the same thing?
It's the same thing. Cheating. You know it.
It is cheating.
Yeah,
I mean, one...
Have Southampton cheated?
No, they've not cheated.
What do you mean?
No, they've not cheated.
Well, it's classed as cheating. They've spied on Middlesbrough.
Yeah, but you spy every single game. There's every game. So when you play a game, scouts go, right? So if your girlfriend...
Within 72 hours of kick-off, rules are rules.
Was that?
Speak up, Liam.
The rules. Not 72 hours.
Yeah, I'd get... Liam, I just think what you need to do, mate, is just say well done to Southampton and just move on and come back stronger next season. I'd drop it, mate. I wouldn't start... I mean, it worries me a little bit. You're talking about your girlfriend.
Well, Liam, did she get caught?
Can I just say something?
Liam, did she get caught?
Did she get caught?
On the street.
Liam.
Did she... Line and sinker, I've caught one.
Liam.
Huh?
Yeah, go on.
Did she get caught?
Did who get caught?
The missus. When she was cheating.
Yeah.
Who was she kissing?
My brother. I kicked her out. Like
Liam, I'm gonna let you go before you get yourself in trouble.
What do you mean kissing him? I mean, keep it in the family.
Let's go to Richard, who's a Southampton fan. Rich.
All right, Dickie.
How you doing, Jay? How you doing,
Yeah,
you all right,
Rich, congratulations. You are through to the final. Nervy game, but you managed to make it happen.
Yeah, listen, we're a better team over the two games. Easy work for us. I think it's not rocket science to know that they keep possession and they don't score at the end of it. I don't think spying for a couple of hours watching them train will tell us much about that.
Well, the question is maybe you had the upper hand.
We probably had the upper hand anyway, but...
Well, you didn't in the first half.
No, first half, to be fair, we want the best, mate. No, but we come through in the end. And the better team won over the two legs. So they should just, like Cundy said, ring up, say thank you, Southampton, and wish us well. And we'll see them next season, probably, after the season after.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, just look, I understand it's raw.
There's no Middlesbrough fan out here, right? I know we've got Middlesbrough fans phoning up, but I'm telling you now, don't come on here and say that Middlesbrough fans should say well done to Southampton.
Jay, come on, mate. Listen,
right? No. You cannot get away with that. You cannot get away with that.
No.
Middlesbrough are going to feel absolutely gutted tonight. And they've been knocked out, and Southampton have had a great season, Rich. You've done well. But they cheated.
No, they haven't cheated.
They cheated.
They've not cheated.
They spied on them.
We ain't cheated, mate. We ain't cheated.
What do you mean?
No,
you got caught.
That doesn't mean...
How
got
do
caught cheating.
you know Southampton sent that fella? How do you know Southampton sent that fella? He could have done off his own back.
Listen, whatever's happened, get over yourselves. It's got nothing to do with the two games. Come on.
That isn't... You can't say that.
I can.
No, you can't say that.
So the reason that Fry decided not to jump is because the spy knew he wasn't going to jump.
No, I get it. In a game over 90 minutes, things will change, and circumstances in a game. It's a game of football, of course. Yeah. But Southampton cheated.
No, didn't cheat.
They spied on Middlesbrough.
No, it's not cheating.
I don't think we cheated,
It's not cheating, Jay. It's not cheating.
Exactly, Cundy. You know that.
No, Jay, it's not. Watching another team train is not cheating. Watching another team play.
Are you allowed to do it?
Okay. No.
So he's cheating?
No, just because you're not allowed to do it. Okay, he's taking his shirt off cheating. During the game.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, exactly,
Is taking your shirt off cheating? No. Are you allowed to do it? No. Just because you're not allowed to do it doesn't mean you're cheating.
You can't get away with that.
I just said it.
Well, I'm going to go to Brad, who's a Middlesbrough fan. Brad.
Oh, come on. This can't dominate the call, surely.
Brad.
Yeah.
All right, Brad.
Hello,
Brad. Just say well done, Southampton, Brad.
Cundy, you are in a planet of your own, mate.
Well, we know that.
Go on.
Do you feel aggrieved tonight?
Oh, mate, massively so. Massively. It's no matter how you look at it, whether it affects the two legs or not, it is cheating. It is blatant cheating.
Who scored? The spy didn't score.
Cundy, if this was Chelsea, right, he's chasing a Champions League spot, and Brighton have come and had a look at you on in training ground,
Get over
you'd
yourself.
go mental.
Get
You'd go mental.
Get over yourself.
You're right.
Get over yourself. No, I'd say the same thing. Get over yourselves.
No, you wouldn't say
No,
that.
you wouldn't.
Well, listen, it's up to
wouldn't
you.
say that, Chase.
I'm saying it now. It's got nothing to do with the result over two games you had. 2 games plus extra time.
Yep.
And you scored 1 goal at home.
Besides the game, it is blatant cheating. And by the way, Andy Madley had an absolute stinker. An absolute stinker.
So let me get this straight now. Here's who you want to blame now. You want to blame Spy, right? You want to blame Inspector Clouseau and Andy Madley. That's the reason that you didn't go through.
Jace, mate.
Can I ask you a question, right? Did Andy Madley have anything to do with you dropping points away at Leicester? Did it have anything to do with you dropping points away at Oxford? Did it have anything to do with you when this was all in November, by the way, when you got spanked 4-2 at home by Coventry? Andy Madley or the Spy? Got nothing to do with that. That's where you lost it. Don't blame Andy Madley.
That doesn't matter. That's in the past. We're on about the here and now. And here and now, there was at least, by the way, 3-4 blatant penalties tonight.
You should have had one. I mean, I've seen one. And
have you seen the handball? Have you seen the handball?
No, it's not handball.
The foul in the box where the Southampton player falls over and he gets up.
No, there's not enough in it for me.
Oh,
not enough.
Oh my God!
Not enough.
What's wrong with you?
No, not enough.
What are you on one for?
No, not enough. I mean,
what are you on about? It's a blatant stonewall penalty.
No, it's not. Fry could have given. Hold on, Fry could have given a penalty away tonight as well. By the way, I didn't think that was a penalty.
No, soft.
Don't start snapping
that handball, and then 5 minutes in on Strelic, straight through his ankle, penalty.
No, the one on Strelic, it's a penalty.
No, it's not.
It is a penalty.
No, I'm not having it. Okay,
and the handball.
No, not having it. And that's the Spy's fault, is it?
Cundy, you are on planet.
Yeah, Brad, listen, I feel for Middlesbrough. I do. I thought you were fantastic in the first half. I thought you was absolutely brilliant. And look,
score 2. Don't concede. You're okay.
Can I just say one more thing?
Keep a clean sheet and you're through. Keep a clean sheet.
Yes. One more thing. Steve Gibson, he won't let this lie, by the way. This isn't finished yet.
No, I agree with that. Steve Gibson's a brilliant owner of the football club. Yeah. He will not be happy with this.
Look what he did.
Do you think they should, Brad, do you think they should get kicked out of the final?
I think it's tough now that both legs have been played. I do think it's tough to kick them out. I think a decision should have been made earlier. But it's sport integrity. I do think they should be kicked out. I really do. They should be kicked out. There's no integrity and there's no honesty there.
Oh, don't talk to me about integrity and honesty.
What?
Cundy, are you telling me if Brighton or Bournemouth or Brentford did this to Chelsea, chasing the Champions League spot?
Get over yourself, I'd say.
No, I think that's out of order.
Deal with it. Move on.
Mate, last day of the season, if West Ham come and spied on us.
Take your medicine.
Look, come on. It can't happen.
Mate.
It can't happen in football. You can't spy on a team.
Why not?
Well, because there's football integrity.
Oh, do me.
Cundy.
There is no integrity in football. There is no integrity.
Oh, of course there's integrity.
Where's integrity?
What do you mean?
No, there's no integrity.
Sportsmanship in football.
Sportsmanship on technology.
They're all playing in a league.
They're all
together.
diving. They're all pretending they're injured. They're all trying to get one of us.
That's the players.
Okay, name the integrity.
Football clubs have integrity.
Name the integrity.
Have you lost brain cells whilst you've had this hair transplant?
Maybe.
No.
But there's no integrity between football
clubs. There is, Jason.
Ask Liverpool fans about integrity with Trent, with Real Madrid.
No, but that's a player. Okay,
where do you want the integrity to end and last?
Well, because with the football clubs, football clubs, there has to be integrity. These are old history football clubs founded back in the 1900s. Right? They're all in it together. And they'll fight and they go and they'll have rivalry, but there is a respect. There's a respect and sportsmanship that should be had in football. You don't go and spy on another team. You don't do that. That's not. Listen, you can fight it out on the pitch and you can have arguments and the players can go at it and things can happen. Fine. That's football, right? But there has to be
someone is looking over a fence, watching 25 guys run around on a pitch, and you want them kicked out.
I'm not saying kicked out.
Do one. I'm not having it.
Listen, I feel for Middlesbrough.
Here's what you should do. Increase your security. How's that for an idea?
What do you mean? Geezer's drove up from Southampton.
Well, when he gets there, make sure that no one can walk around, watch the training session, go back to his car, get changed, come back looking like someone else, and he gets away with it. And then they catch him. Now they're crying. And it's a storm in a teacup, mate. It's an absolute storm in a teacup.
I don't know. I don't know. Middlesbrough ain't going to let this one lie.
Oh, well, they should. They should get over themselves, say, well done, Southampton. Pack your bags, go back up north and come back stronger next season.
All right. Wow. You can have your say on this, guys. Get your calls in. Southampton, Middlesbrough fans, 03 717 22 33 44.
It's going to be a fun run. I mean, with the Premier League, I think it really is in our hands now. I can't see us giving it away with our remaining fixtures, especially Burnley at home next Monday night, which I will be going to.
Kurt, I feel as well, Man City will drop points. I really believe it. Bournemouth away. Irio's last game, home game of the season, and they're fighting for Champions League. That's a tough game for Man City.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If obviously Aston Villa go and win the Europa League final, doesn't that open
sixth place? Yeah.
Yeah. So Bournemouth have got it all to fight for.
Because Brighton have got two winnable games behind them as well, so they know they probably need 2 wins. Bournemouth.
Yeah, Brighton have been in great form as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But guys, I've got to tell you, and I know you guys have probably already been told, but a lot of rival fans listening to this are going to think I'm crazy. I actually, a few weeks ago, had Mikel Arteta's face tattooed on my forearm.
No, I don't believe you.
I really have. It's on my TikTok page. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of it, am I?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, so if for anyone listening, it's called Arsenal.overflow. And yeah, you'll find it on TikTok. It's pinned at the top of my profile. I had Mikel Arteta's face tattooed alongside Thierry Henry and Emirates Stadium in the background because I do believe in this man. I do believe he is the one that's going to get us over that line, get us the trophies. And once these come in this season, I think we're just going to keep on going. Then I think the next couple of seasons we'll continue winning a lot more silverware.
To the Sports Bar Talk Sport, with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. We're going to hear from Howard Webb. He's been speaking about West Ham's disallowed goal tonight. But back to your calls. Big day for Southampton. They're through to the final, but there is a lot of controversy around it. Spygate obviously happened in this one. Let's go to James. He's a Middlesbrough fan. He's not happy, right, James?
Hi, Jimbo.
I think Cundy's absolutely right. I think Southampton deserve to win, so I'd really like to congratulate Southampton on their win today.
You're not. You can't be a Middlesbrough fan, are you? You're not a Middlesbrough fan.
No, I'm joking. Cundy's an absolute dingo. He doesn't know what he's talking about. They've cheated. They do not deserve to win that game. It was on a cigarette paper. That's the difference. And that was the spying. How can you say the spying did not give them an unfair advantage?
How do you know it did?
That is why they won that game. Well, like I say, it was so tight. It was so close. Yeah. Right? And Middlesbrough, right? Well, they had all the intel. We had to change our tactics for the first game.
How do you know?
For the first playoff game. Because
How do you know?
that's what I've heard.
No, how do you know, though?
As a Borough fan.
How do you know?
That's what I've heard. As a Borough fan.
Well, you know what you sound like? You sound like a spy. You sound like a spy.
Yeah, mate, I do work for MI6, but I know a good football team when I saw one, and we deserve to go through there.
You
So
did.
if nobody wants to
Can I ask you a
in the
question?
Premier League, mate.
No, listen. What is your problem with the spying? Generally, what is it? Is it the fact that they actually? What is it?
So it's got like 007 audio equipment, so he can hear everything the manager's saying. He knows if Hayden Hackney's going to play. He knows who's going to be starting. He knows what we're going to do from set pieces.
Good spy.
That you cannot have that. You train in your own ground. That's your home.
Yeah.
Like you say, the security probably should have been a bit better.
He sounds like a top draw spy, you know.
But you can't do that.
Can listen, right? I'm gonna. Are you still there, Jimbo?
Yeah, still here, yeah.
Now, Jimbo, listen, right? So, from my understanding of the situation is that anyone can kind of get close to the Middlesbrough training ground. Is that true?
Probably, yeah.
It is it?
Probably, mate. They haven't got like snipers outside.
No, well, I'm not saying it's not, but I mean security. I mean, I'm going to ask you a question now, right? I'm going to ask you this question, right? If you all of a sudden one night you go to bed, you know, you're in the bedroom with the lucky Mrs. James, and then all of a sudden some bloke's at the window and he's got a ladder up looking in, and you've left the curtains open. Whose fault are the curtains open? Whose fault is that?
Yeah, but you compare that to any crime, man. You've already made
Shut the curtains, Jimbo.
No, you can't get away with that.
What do you mean?
You've made a ridiculous analogy already.
No, shut the curtains, Jimbo.
As well, right? No, it doesn't excuse an immoral act just because you commit an immoral act.
No, but
you should do a simple ethics course.
No, Jimbo, listen, shut the curtains.
No, mate, I can leave my curtains open, mate.
Then you're asking someone to just get a ladder and have a good look in. That's what I'm saying.
Laws in place for a reason.
Just increase security. There's a reason you've got curtains and blinds.
What?
Increase security. Don't make sure no one...
No, but Middlesbrough shouldn't have to worry about that. Middlesbrough shouldn't have had to worry about someone coming up and spying on them.
Well,
that shouldn't be where you've gone. Southampton shouldn't have gone there.
Honestly, I think it's a storm.
Like, Southampton didn't need to go and spy on Middlesbrough. They're a good team. You know, they're a good side. They've had a really good season. They didn't need to go and spy on Middlesbrough to go and beat them. Really and truthfully, Southampton are probably a better team than Middlesbrough.
Right.
So go and win the game over two legs, which they've done. But it's going to be covered in controversy because the spying situation has, tarnished it.
It's not tarnished anything.
It has.
It's not tarnished. Who's going to care? There's going to be no asterisks by it, is there? There's not. I think Middlesbrough fans, I think they got, listen, I know how disappointed I played in that semi-final, I got beaten that semi-final, I know how disappointed it is, right? And I've had to go, seriously, it's one of the worst, I can still remember it. But go home, get yourself back and come back next season stronger. Don't be phoning up trying to blame the referee, blaming the spy, blaming all of that. Come on.
Let's go to Chris, he's a Middlesbrough fan. Chris.
Come on, you're better than that.
All right, Chris.
Hiya, you okay?
Chris, how you feeling?
Absolutely fuming. I mean, at the end of the day, the first leg, right, they probably knew Hackney wasn't playing on Thursday. I didn't know it like the team was announced. So they obviously changed their team knowing he wasn't going to play. And it's absolutely, it's just ridiculous. How can you get away with it? Why should Borough have to, put security on? Because the whole integrity is you don't cheat. You don't send people to spy. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you think that's right, then, oh, God, I just can't believe what...
Well, I don't think it's right.
Well, Cundy does, doesn't he?
I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's not as big as you're trying to make out.
Come on.
It's not as big as you're trying to make out.
Come on, mate.
No.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
No.
I mean, Southampton should be thrown out of the playoffs.
James, just say well done, Southampton. That's all you got to do. Say well done, Southampton.
Hold on. They cheated in the first leg. They probably changed the team because they knew Hackney, our best player, wasn't playing. Right. How can that be looked at and saying, well done, Southampton? You cheated in the first leg.
Do you know what? You'll feel better. If you say well done, Southampton now, you'll feel better tomorrow morning.
Why the hell?
See that one coming, did we?
No. Right, keep your calls coming in. You want to have your say on tonight's football. Big controversy around it. 03 717 22 3344.
I look back on it, it's probably one of the best shows we've ever put on. The main event was just unbelievable. Unbelievable fight. Two absolute warriors who gritted their teeth and gave everything. And the place was rammed out, it was sold out, and everybody there, they were just enthralled by it.
And of course, we saw it happened in the early moments. Frank Dubois picked himself up from the canvas twice after all the question marks about Hart. And I know you bristled at these questions before the fight, but is Daniel now no longer a man to be doubted?
Well, look at the punches that he took. And he got up, and he gritted his teeth and got on with it, and he's matured. And he boxed extremely well. I watched it back on the replay on TV, and I thought it actually looked better on the replay than he did when I was watching it. I thought he was excellent, and he was so good afterwards. The way he praised Fabio for his, the part he played in the fight. It was magnificent. And anybody who doubts Daniel now, I don't know what planet they're on. I mean, he's matured mentally, and I believed in him. We've stuck with him. We believed in him and stuck with him, and he delivered for everybody.
I think you thought the Hart issue, the Hart question, was a valid one before the fight.
Well,
Simon.
I didn't think it was a valid one, but I thought it was a legitimate narrative. I don't think the Hart question is any more relevant to Daniel Dubois than it was to Zerda Ramirez last week when David Benavidez knocked him and he went down on his knee twice. I think it's a narrative that gets seeded and people have to live with it. It started with Joe Joyce. It got replicated against Usyk a couple of times, and I think it's probably slightly unfair.
You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy. You're going to be joined by Simon Watts to discuss Southampton's win tonight. They snuck their way into the Championship Player Final. Here's how that winner sounded right here on talkSPORT.
Next ball in. Oh! It's gone in! It's 2-1 Southampton! A freakish goal that might send them to Wembley! Shea Charles, the man for the big moment, has curved one in left-footed from outside the penalty area.
What a moment that is for Southampton.
Yeah, big moment for Southampton. They are through. They're going to be playing Hull. Let's go to John. He's a Southampton fan. Right, John?
John Boy, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. How you doing, boys?
I'm all right. I'm all right, John. I'm all right. Look, you've made it through. Wasn't your best performance of the season, but you've got it over the line.
Yeah, my heart has been pounding. I was listening to it whilst I was at work, and I mean, listening to some of the callers and stuff, it's just, I don't know. I mean, congratulations, for getting to that point. I mean, everything has kind of gone over the last couple of days has been mental, but at the end of the day, Middlesbrough gave us a good game, but we managed to, just, I don't know.
You had the edge, didn't you?
In that second half.
You had the edge, didn't you, John?
It's what, sorry?
You had the edge over them because you spied.
I believe so. I mean, I don't think it was anything to do with binoculars standing on a hill a mile away or whatever.
Well, they would argue different in the first leg. When they were at home, you spied on them, and you got an advantage over them.
No, I wouldn't say there was any advantage. They could have played for another hour and they still wouldn't have scored another goal.
I agree with that.
Well, that's because they know how to set up against you.
I mean, to be fair, both sides, it looked like it was penalties all day long, didn't it? It did.
Tonight's game, tonight's game. Look, Middlesbrough in the first half, I thought, were excellent. They played really, really well in the first half and deserved to be in front. They should have had a penalty.
Spygate had nothing to do with that, did it?
They should have had a penalty. The referee got one wrong early in the game. But Southampton, credit to them, they come back into it.
The ref was. From what I was listening to from the commentary tonight, there was quite a lot where I felt that the referee wasn't going to give us a lot of, any kind of decisions, whether they be soft or whatever. But it's just seemed that the ref really didn't want to blow up. So they had their chances, they didn't take them. Unlucky, but we move on.
Yeah, I think I like that. Well done for getting as far as they did, Middlesbrough.
How patronising can you be?
Well, he said that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
How patronising can you be?
Well, I speak to him. Don't speak to me. He said it.
Well, I know, but
don't talk to me. I'm not patronising. I'm just saying. I think that's the right way to go about it. Just move on.
How do you think Middlesbrough are going to feel? Say move on.
John said that. I didn't.
Yeah.
I think what they should do though is move on because bitterness can eat you up. Can't have this ruin your summer. You've got the World Cup coming up. Park it.
Won the game. If they won the game tonight, they'll be like saying, "Yeah, we beat them. We beat the cheaters." Blah blah blah. But
and so they should.
Nothing. What?
Well, so they should say that if that happened, but it didn't, did it? And obviously they're going to feel aggrieved by it. It's tarnished. It's tarnished the semi-final. Tarnished the semi-final.
But it's not working. At the end of the day, the better team won. Like we absolutely dominated. Like that second half. And that last half hour, it was all Southampton.
All right, John, listen, thanks for your call. I'm going to go to Josh. He's a Middlesbrough fan. All right, Josh?
All right, Joshua. Commiserations, right. Joshua.
Yeah, no, well, Cundy, I think you are absolutely knockout, man. You've got everyone hook, line and sinker. You're on the wind-up. There was a lad who was on earlier and he said, if it happened to Chelsea, you'd be up in arms about it. And you would be, and you know you would be.
No, I wouldn't.
But, listen, I'm going to come on and say, I've been at the match tonight, and we had a couple of pints before the match, and I said I could see us winning tonight, and it being like, well, we won because they didn't spy us, and that didn't happen. So, yeah, the beat is fair and square tonight. The problem that I've got with it, and that I imagine there's probably other fans who've got a problem with it, is there's teams that missed out on the playoffs. There's teams that missed out on automatic promotion because Southampton took points off them. There's teams that have missed out in the FA Cup because Southampton knocked them out of the FA Cup. And this 20-game unbeaten run all of a sudden doesn't seem so fantastic, does it?
What are you saying?
We're saying that they've done this more than once. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what's been reported in the papers, that apparently that there's a number of clubs that have contacted either us or the EFL and said that they feel that they've been victim of it.
So they spied an Arsenal. They spied an Arsenal, and that's why they're not about the FA Cup.
No, I don't know that, do I? But it could well have happened. And do you think that they deserve to be in the position that they're in?
Mate, if he's been to 20 teams this spy, he's a good spy.
Mate, give him a pay rise.
You're talking about 20 games unbeaten because of this spy. He's going
to need plastic surgery.
I mean, he's better than the set piece coach at Arsenal.
He's going to need an Ange mask.
Well.
I mean, that's a good spy, though, Josh. You have to admit.
Maybe
if he's got that, 20 games he's done. If you're saying that, 20 games. That's.
Well, apparently he had all the proper equipment. So it's not like they've gone and spent all this money on fancy equipment and spy on just us, is it? Of course they're going to have done it previously.
Oh, tell you what, mate. What's his name? Do we know his name? What's his name?
Bruce Wayne, I think his name is.
Apparently, he's 4-1 on to get the Chelsea job.
Bruce
I wouldn't put it past you.
Isn't he Batman? Is he Batman or Spider-Man? Who is he? Which one is he? Is he Superman? He's one of the men, isn't he? Who is he? Who's Bruce Wayne?
What do you mean you don't know who Bruce Wayne is?
Is he Batman?
He's Batman.
Is he?
He's undercover.
Is he Batman?
Yes.
Batman's not undercover. You see Batman walking down the road.
Bruce Wayne's undercover.
No, mate, Batman's not undercover.
Yes, but Bruce Wayne is. No one knows who Bruce Wayne really is.
What about Robin? Robin's not undercover.
What do you mean?
Mate, he wears green and yellow waistcoat.
But Bruce Wayne is Batman. Tights. Yeah, but Bruce Wayne is Batman. So that spy, mate, apparently his name's Bruce Wayne.
It's not Bruce Wayne.
It is. He's been caught. He's been rumbled.
Listen, Batman never got caught. Who's Batman's biggest enemy? Who's it? It was the Penguin.
Penguin? It's the Joker.
Joker. Is it Joker?
He's had a few, hasn't he?
Who was his biggest enemy? He had a couple.
He's had a few. The Joker.
Is it the Joker? He was.
Why are we talking about Batman?
Who's the Penguin? The Penguin. Right? I got it right. The Penguin.
Right. Yeah, go on. What? Right.
Well, I don't have a pop at Batman.
I'm not having a pop at Batman. I'm saying the spy is Bruce Wayne.
Batman.
No. Everyone knows Batman. All right? Everyone knows Batman.
So hold on.
No one knows Bruce Wayne.
Here's what you're saying. When he spied on Middlesbrough, he turned up as Bruce Wayne. Yeah. And when he left, he got changed into the Batmobile. Is that what you're saying?
He got caught as Batman.
Got caught as Batman? Go to fancy dress, Gov. I'm going to a stag do, Gov.
He's done 20 games, apparently, mate. Bruce Wayne's been undercover for a while.
That's good spying, that. I mean... He'll be.
Let's go to Paul.
Arteta, we listen to this guy. We've got to get him. We've got a set piece coach. We now need a spy coach.
Let's go to Paul. He's a Southampton fan. Paul.
All right, P-Dog.
Hello.
All right, Paul.
All right, matey.
How you doing?
Right,
Listen. This. Let's just put it to bed now. This binoculars business, yeah. Yep. If Saints were doing that, Middlesbrough would have 1-0 up, right?
Great.
They had our number. They had our number in the first half. Bearing in mind, we scored an injury time, right? That second half, it was all us. The team talk, none of the binoculars, none of us were spying on Middlesbrough. The second half, we were all over Middlesbrough. The first half, they had a chance. The first leg, they should have been 3-0 up at half time.
100% right.
Right? And we took it down here as a 0-0, right, as a win. You take it to Southampton, take it to St Mary's, look at our record at St Mary's. We are incredible. I was there for the Arsenal game. I was at Wembley for the Man City game. We should have rolled Man City over. The fact that they brought players on, we couldn't compete with that.
Paul,
tonight, yes.
Paul, let me ask you this, right? I mean, you're on an unbelievable run recently.
Yeah,
and the fact you knocked Arsenal out and you nearly knocked Man City out. This, right? Do you think, and I'm asking this question, I don't think the answer...
What?
No, I'm just asking.
You're going to ask if we were...
No, I just wonder whether Bruce Wayne has had a massive impact.
Your last call, that's an absolute... I'm hanging on thinking, right, I'm going to get on in a minute. And then the last caller just put a spanner in the works. We have not been spying on no one. Mate, we this run is
how would you know? You wouldn't know, would you? Because that's the whole point of being a spy.
Hey, Jake,
you don't know Bruce Wayne's Batman.
Okay.
No,
hey, O'Hara, listen. If Spurs did that, would you be
Spurs obviously ain't doing it.
We're 17.
Spurs need it for the last 2 games of the season. Spurs need spies. They need 15 spies.
Spurs are spying on no one.
Spurs need spies.
No.
Clip it up.
We might go and get Brucey, mate. Might have to phone Bruce.
Spurs are spying on Lincoln.
How much you paying this geezer, Paul? How much he on? Must be on a few quid.
He's not on my payroll, pal.
You beat Arsenal. You've gone toe-to-toe with Man City.
It's only, the last caller saying that Saints have been doing this for the last 20 games. Why haven't they come out with the woodwork? Why is it now?
Paul, listen, right? You know what it's like, mate? When you've gone out with the lads.
I have.
Right? Yeah, you've gone out with the lads and you've been a little bit naughty and got caught.
No, not at all. Do you believe that, Jason?
No, I'm just saying. It's not until you get called, you go.
Give us some merit.
Yeah.
Give us some merit.
No,
Listen.
Yeah,
go
you get away with it. You get away with it. You get away with it.
No.
And then you feel bad. And then you feel bad. And you feel sorry because you got caught.
Our pants ain't pulled down, mate. We're flying.
Well, look, you're in the final. You're gonna.
All right. Well, listen. If we lost tonight, nothing would be made of it.
No, that's a good point.
Right. Because we won, everyone's now jumping on it. Oh, he was spying on us. So what? We don't listen. Middlesbrough went 1-0 up, Jamie.
He's right.
Right, they played brilliant. The first half, we scored an equaliser, right, and that done it. That put it to bed because the second half we come out flying, mate. Middlesbrough had nothing. They were leggy. They were gone.
I think the rule is if you're going to
great call.
Don't get caught.
What? What's that?
The rule is if you're going to cheat.
Is that your analysis of?
I think
Spygate.
I think well,
if you're going to cheat, don't get caught.
Well, I think if you cheat, rule number 1, don't get caught. Can't get caught cheating, mate. Can you?
You can't say that, mate.
Well, you can.
You can't.
I don't think it's cheating.
What do you mean?
Just don't get caught.
What do you mean? It's cheating.
It's not cheating.
It is a form of cheating.
It's not a form of cheating, but if you are cheating, don't get caught.
Is texting another woman cheating?
What are you saying to her?
Well,
you tell me what I'm saying, I'll tell you it's cheating.
We're just having a little chat. We're having a,
No, it's not cheating.
We're having a little chat. You're a bit flirty.
Well, okay, what am I saying? You give me the context of the text, and I'll tell you it's cheating.
Say, I see you at the bar the other day. I got your number, and I thought I'd give you a message. I thought you look really pretty.
That's not cheating in my book.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace.
Oh, that's not cheating, is it?
What do you mean? It's a form of cheating.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not. It's fine.
You can't get away with that.
No, I think you wouldn't.
You can't get
away
away
but here's
with
the thing. I ain't got caught. Delete the text. Delete the text. Delete the text.
Oh, all right. Keep your calls coming in.
Cable work.
Oh, is it? Okay, so yeah. This is Never Ever by All Saints, but why are we playing it, I hear you ask? Well, I think this is nuts, what I'm going to tell you now. I was out Saturday night, with our friends John and Emma, right? Went for a curry. And, are you all right?
Sorry.
Turn it up, he wants more of it, turn it up a bit.
Sorry, no, carry on, sorry.
Go on.
Ready?
Here we go, you got a good bit now, come on. Vocabulary runs through my head. The alphabet runs right from... Oh, he's going to struggle with that. Oh, you got it.
What's a tune, by the way?
So I was out with my friends on Saturday night. I went out for a curry. And John's wife, Emma, said to me, I've never, ever, bearing in mind she's our age, right? I mean, I'm a little bit older than you. Ever had a cup of tea or coffee. And I went, I don't believe you.
I don't believe that.
And she said, I don't want to quote the All Saints, I promise you I've never ever. And I went, yeah, you must, like, maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
I've never, ever
really
had a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And I find that insane.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah. That is bizarre, isn't it? Now,
Yeah,
when I was talking to your producer, he's not mine, Posh Ollie.
Yeah,
very posh, by the way, Ollie.
Yeah, Wimbledon.
Yeah, I'm sure you must have walked into this building and looked for the Times radio and just taken a left rather than a right.
So you went to Oxford Uni?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Way too clever for talkSPORT.
Oxford and Cambridge wanted him, and he chose Oxford.
Have you noticed all the scripts are written in his words?
I tried. Simon Jordan's son.
I tried. It could be.
He's like, stop it, guys. Stop
he
it.
just said it by never ever. Okay.
You're making me blush. Stop.
Who's that going to be?
Simon.
Oh, right. Fine. Okay.
listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. More of your calls coming up. Not happy Middlesbrough fans. First, though, time to take a look back at tonight's action with talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for all the latest odds and offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Right, before we go to our EFL expert Simon Watts, Middlesbrough boss Kim Hellberg has been speaking to talkSPORT's Jim Proudfoot after his side lost to Southampton in the playoff semi-final earlier this evening.
Kim, what's your overriding emotion? Frustration, pride, anger? What?
I think every feeling you can have in your body. That's what I think I have. I'm absolutely proud of everyone around the Middlesbrough. So proud of every player, supporter, staff. I feel sad that I couldn't do more in terms of that, and disappointed over the result, of course. I think over the 2 legs, we were very, very good, especially over the first 90 minutes home, except the 7-minute spell and the first 45 here today.
So what happens now? Is this the end? Obviously, there is due process to be carried out. The official complaint has gone in. What happens with you and the players? Are they staying around Teesside? Are they going on holiday? What happens? Do you still believe that you could be playing at Wembley?
I haven't thought a second about that now for the moment. We had a plan if we were going through, which I think we were good enough over these 2 legs to do, but we didn't. And now we're going back to the hotel and try to pick ourselves up, and then we fly home tomorrow. And I don't know, to be fair.
Kim, what should happen? What do you think would be a just outcome after the allegations?
I don't think that's for me to decide. So we'll see what happens.
Jeez,
yes,
that's hard for him.
Tough question to answer.
Yeah, that's
sure. Right, let's speak to Simon Watts. Hi, Si.
Hi, Si.
Yeah, evening, fellas. How's it going?
I'm all right, Si. Look, obviously Spygate is taking all the headlines and the phone calls right now. What is the latest?
Yeah, I mean, we have no answers still. I mean, the questions were being asked post-match. You heard there. People still don't know whether Southampton 100% will be going to Wembley in that final. We're assuming they are, but if they face the heftiest of punishments, and there are no precedents for this. Last time it happened with Marcelo Bielsa, Leeds lost in the semi-final. So the EFL are facing a really unprecedented scenario with this one. I would be very surprised if Southampton are thrown out of the competition, but as it stands, we don't know for definite. What we do know, obviously, is that they won that game last night. And, you know, you talk about the luck being against Middlesbrough with all the build-up and everything coming into this game. Just the way that winning goal came about. It is why we love the playoffs, because it is so ruthless. It is so brutal. And that winning goal, which Charles kind of crossed in, didn't he? And, you know, it crept into that far corner. A rank goal to concede to end your season, really, isn't it? But you have to say, over the 2 legs, and certainly over the course of the last 6 months, you know, Southampton hadn't lost any of their last 19 championship matches. So in terms of form, they're probably a worthy team of getting there.
Si, there's been much speculation about how long this has been going on. 1 or 2 other, apparently, allegedly, championship clubs, maybe 1 or 2 more, have said that this is not the first time they've done that. Is there any clarity on that at all, or is it literally speculation?
It is all speculation at the moment. You know, you would imagine that if there was any real concrete evidence of that, it would have been presented before now. Because, look, you know, it is the visual imagery makes you laugh. Obviously, that, you know, somebody's incognito hiding in a bush in disguise with a kind of fake moustache or something. But the reality is, you know, if they're watching a Thursday training session, they're going to get a lot of a reading into certainly the lineup and set pieces, tactics, etc. of the opposition. So if proven to be true, then, you know, it certainly gives a massive, massive advantage to the opposition. But, you know, in terms of historic cases and previous cases, you know, I don't think anyone really knows a great deal. And, you know, Tonda Eka has understandably, I suppose, really closed rank and said next to nothing on the subject, really. He's giving absolutely nothing away. Although I did notice in his post-match news conference today, and he took a long time to come out because he was ironically talking about the referee about some of the touchline incidents that had been happening during the game afterwards. But he did say, you know, when I'm allowed to, I will certainly have a lot to say about it. So it certainly feels like he's at the moment not really able to say anything until this is cleared up. But they're obviously having their own internal investigation before this goes before the EFL, and they're asking for a little more time to do that. But with the final and the clock ticking to that final now in just 11 days' time, there's not a great deal of time to reach a resolution on this one.
No, I can't see anything other than maybe a huge fine for Southampton. But look, we'll see what happens. Look, just on the game, put Spygate to the side for a bit. Over the two legs. Look, first half, I thought Middlesbrough were excellent. I thought they played really well. They was on the front foot. They should have had a penalty. I really do believe they should have had a penalty. But did the best side go through?
Yeah, you're right. That one you're talking about, the one early in the second half with the handball, I take it.
There's one in the first half. It was It was early on, actually. I can't remember the lad's name.
No, I was thinking you were mentioning, because I saw that one early in the second half as well, which looked a pretty clear handball that went against them as well. And, they absolutely, Middlesbrough, will feel unlucky. But, Southampton probably were the better team, certainly on the night tonight. I think that the pressure was mounting on Middlesbrough, and I don't think they registered a goal at all in the last half hour of that game. And in extra time, they didn't have a great deal going for it. But look, that's an away performance for you, isn't it? Away from home, backs against the wall against a Southampton team who've got such a good home record. I think, if they'd managed to take it to penalties and they were that close because the winner was a little bit of a fluke, it could have been a totally different story then, couldn't it?
Yeah. Indeed. Southampton with a full side going into it. Hull definitely weren't. There was actually a period in the last day of the Championship season where Hull weren't even in those playoff places, but credit to them. Southampton must be huge favourites, would you say, or do you think that maybe Hull can surprise them?
Yeah, you've got to call them favourites, certainly on paper, as you say. They only won one of their last 8 league matches and just staggered into those playoff positions. But, the whole story is a really, really good one. It's a bit of a fairy tale of their own. When you think back 2 years ago, under Liam Rosenior, they just missed out on the playoffs. They sacked him. Last season, they stayed up on the last day on goal difference. Otherwise, would have been relegated down to the League One. And then, Sergei Yakirovich, no one knew a great deal about him. Their 6th manager, in a very short space of time, gets them into the playoffs with a backdrop of, real financial restrictions at the football club as well. Let's not forget, last summer, they weren't allowed to sign anybody for a fee because they were under transfer restrictions. And they put together a team that has got themselves into the top 6 and then overcome a Millwall side that were really heavily fancied. Millwall just missed out on the automatics on the last day. So it was a monumental effort for them to get there. And in a one-off game at Wembley Stadium, Hull have done it before, as we know. So they've got a decent record in the playoffs for what it's worth, although, a totally different set of players in the circumstances this time around. Southampton, though, do have 1 or 2 players who've had this experience 2 years ago when they won promotion against Leeds under Russell Martin.
And they've been there already this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've been there this season. So, yeah, I think you've got to give Southampton the favourites tag in these matches. But, without going down the cliched route, I do think it's going to be a really interesting game. 2 very different contrasting styles and 2 very interesting managers on the touchline as well. He's a very unemotional character, Sergei Yakirovich. Even when those goals were going in and the late pressure against Millwall, didn't even really bat an eyelid when they scored. There's something very likeable about Hull City. And you get the feeling now that maybe quite a lot of people, given the stories that have come out of Southampton, going to be quite heavily backing Hull to get one over on Southampton. I think, that Hull City will be kind of a lot of the footballing public's favourite to win that game.
All right, Si, top man, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, Si.
Cheers.
Now, Simon Watts, our EFL expert. Right, get your calls in. You want to continue having them if you're driving home from the game or you've listened to the game. Southampton fans, Middlesbrough fans, if you're not happy, give us a call. 03 717 223344.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for all the latest odds and offers. 18 plus, gamble aware.
I've spent the season, in fact, the last few seasons, absolutely